helped the wild woman clean the mud off her body. The man decided to give her a shower with a water gun, under the high-pressure water jet. The mud on the wild woman's body gradually fell off, but this was torture for the wild woman. The powerful water pressure made it difficult for her to breathe. Her daughter noticed something was wrong. To prevent a tragedy, she quickly turned off the car wash switch, thus averting a disaster. Jack was overjoyed to hear this. It meant she was gradually becoming more docile. However, the next moment, he had a bold idea about the wild woman. He had his wife change her into clean clothes, and then locked her in the basement, intending to keep her for his own enjoyment in the future. Later, Jack brought food to the wild woman. Watching as she began to eat, Jack praised her, saying she was a good treasure. Late at night, Jack couldn't wait and quietly got out of bed, then sneaked down to the basement without a sound. Little did he know he had doomed his own family, because as soon as he sneaked into the basement, his naive son followed him, witnessing the scene in the basement, to make the wild woman lower her guard toward him as well. The next day, the boy sneaked into the basement and took out a cookie to give to the wild woman, but the wild woman had no interest in the cookie. Seeing how fierce the wild woman was toward him, the boy couldn't take it anymore. He immediately pulled out a pair of pliers and planned to teach her a lesson. Hearing the pitiful screams, the sister realized something was wrong. She quickly rushed to the basement and drove her brother out of the basement. Fortunately, the wild woman was not in danger. She had only had a few teeth pulled out by her brother. The reason her brother was so perverted was because he had inherited his father's perverted genes. A few days ago, Jack was hunting and fell in love with the wild woman when he saw her. To make her completely his own, Jack trapped her with a fishing net and bound her limbs with chains. Just as Jack was admiring her beauty, the wild woman bit off one of his fingers. This enraged Jack to no end, and he slapped the wild woman hard across the face. After several days of torment, the wild woman's temper gradually softened, so Jack would bring the wild woman food during the day and sneak down to the basement at night to chat with her. No one noticed for a day or two, but after a while, his wife sensed something was wrong. One day, his wife finally couldn't take it anymore. She told her husband to release the wild woman, or else she would divorce him. She didn't want her family to be destroyed. By this point, Jack had gone mad. He attacked her violently. Just then, there was a knock on the door. It was the female neighbor from next door. She asked Jack what he was doing every day. Their house was always filled with piercing screams. She asked him to keep the noise down at home. It was greatly affecting her baby's sleep. This statement instantly enraged the deranged Jack. What followed was a horrific event.